up, people? Happy Thursday. Hope all you're having a great day. The weekend is almost here, thank God. Um, this episode of Days of Our Lives was pretty good. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Um, I love the new feel of the show because you get new writers on the show and the dynamics change. So I think I like the pacing of it at this point. This island storyline, I'm actually liking it. You know what I mean? Like, especially with what happened today. Like, Paul was on some other shit. Like, this disease or whatever that's affecting him, he literally snapped. Like, he had a knife to Sonny's throat, like, ready to chop it off. Like, he was ready to cut it. I was like, oh shit. Like, this disease is just basically fucking with his mind. Like, he's lost his marbles. I said, this dude done snapped. So they finally, got the knife away from him. They tied him up. Sonny's, trying to give him water and stabilize him and get him, semi, back to normal. And then, Paul had a flashback of him, threatening Sonny with the knife and all that, and he was horrified by it. But, Sonny and all of them are not taking it personally because they know it wasn't really him doing it. He wasn't in charge of his mental faculties. So he didn't know what he was doing. But, they forgave him or whatever. They just had to tie him up. But his ankles like started to bleed because of the ropes that was tight around his ankles. But he told them to keep him tied up for their safety, because he don't know if he's going to have another, you know, mental break or whatever is going, that disease is going to take a hold of him again and he's going to, try to hurt them again. So he prefers to be, tied up. Hopefully they get rescued soon because I couldn't imagine being on an island for days with no shower, no food, and I know they smell like pure ass. Like seriously, going all them days without showering, like no, I couldn't do it. And you ain't got no good food or nothing. I was like, shit, I couldn't do it. I always wondered that though. I always thought about that. What would it be like being trapped on an island? And the way I see it on TV is like, yeah, I don't think I would ever want to be. Like I said, no shower, no food, no toilet, no nothing. Nah, especially during the summertime and it's hotter than a motherfucker. Yeah, that wouldn't be me. Can't be. I wouldn't survive. I probably wouldn't survive 2 days on an island with no food, no nothing. I wouldn't. I couldn't. I'd probably pass out. I'd be dead probably. I couldn't do it. Um. So I feel like some of these couples on the island are a little mismatched. Like Lonnie, the way she was with Eli today, I was like, yeah, I think the two of them should be a couple. I just don't see any spark between her and JJ. I think her and Eli probably would have better chemistry, you know. And the fact that he dopes on her and stuff like that, even when she looked, I mean, she looked beautiful for a chick that's been on an island for days without a shower. And he was just doting on her, telling her how gorgeous she looked, even without taking a shower and no makeup and all that. She still looked good as hell. She does, you know. But I think they would make a nice couple, though. I think they would. I really don't see Eli with Gabby. I really don't. I think he needs. I agree with Julie on that. I think he needs to stay away from her. She's not right for him. I could definitely see JJ probably going back to Gabby. Chad need to go back to Abigail. That's where his true life is. Um, but I did, I love the conversation between, Lonnie and Eli. And you could see that she was starting to kind of see a spark between them too, but then she thought about it, felt like she needed to stay loyal to JJ, which I don't understand why, but that's whatever. Anyway, so everybody's basically ripping into Jade over this sex tape that she created for Claire and Theo. I think Jade was wrong. Of course she was. But I like the fact that Claire is not trying to be the next Kim Kardashian and all that with these sex tapes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's not how she's trying to rise to fame. Because she was like, that shit is stupid, it's dumb, and I agree. That's no way to become famous by having some sex tape. And besides, everybody's doing it, so it's not original anymore. Too many people are doing it. So what's the point in you doing it? Um, yeah, I think today if you come out with a sex tape, it might garner you like a little 15 minutes of fame, but after that, it's really not. Like when Kim K came out with a sex tape, she did the sex tape back in 2003. It didn't come out until 10 years ago, '07. So that's why she became famous because nobody was really doing sex tapes like that. People were, but it wasn't really, major like that. It became a trend after Kim and Ray J did it. Then it really became big, and everybody wanted to start doing it now and start releasing it. Paris Hilton sex tape, that's pretty much what started it, was Paris Hilton. Her sex tape, I watched Paris Hilton sex tape. Her shit was so boring. I was like, yeah, she was so boring in the bed. I said, bitch, her and Kim Kardashian, like both their sex tapes were boring. I was like, can y'all bitches do some tricks or something? Throw a donkey kick out or something? Like they shit was so dry. I was like, yo, for some good looking women like them, I say y'all are boring as fuck in the bedroom. I'm just saying. Like when I look at Kim Kardashian and Paris Hilton, they look like freaks on the outside. They look like they could be some freaks. But when you actually watch them in action, I'm like, yeah, this is boring. So yeah, they were basically chewing Jade out because Theo, at first when the sex tape came out and his father and Hope saw it, which is embarrassing, might I add. Who wants their grandmother and their father looking at their sex tape like ilk? Um, Theo accused Claire of leaking it because everybody know Claire wants to be famous. So he thought she was stooped so low as to film them having sex, but Claire kept denying it, and she figured Jade did it. And Jade finally opened up and said, "Okay, I did it, I did it," and everybody chewed her out. Jade was definitely wrong for what she did. She was definitely messy when she did that, taping somebody without their permission and leaking it. That's some fucked up shit. I will say that's jacked up. And she deserves to get chewed out. But I feel like a lot of them, to me, are just kind of like spoiled brats because, especially Claire, like, come on, she comes from a rich family, the Kiriakises, the Evans, Marlena and John and all them. Like, come on, you come from a pretty financially stable family. Everything was handed to you. Victor, her grandfather, well, her great grandfather. Um, I think everything was just handed down to them. You know what I mean? Theo, his father got money. Joey, his parents got money. You know what I mean? Like y'all all come from money. This girl ain't got nothing. She got nothing. Even uh, Steve and Kayla cut her off financially. They were paying for her tuition. They paid for her half of the rent. Now they cut her off. She has nothing. Like, not to say that she, make excuses for her, but I just feel like they all got so much. She got nothing. You know what I mean? Like, she was definitely wrong for coming out with that sex tape, though. She was definitely dead wrong for that one. I would have chewed her out too, though, because that's some shit that you don't do. Like, you don't play around with people like that. But so after she leaves, Theo basically is trying to apologize to Claire. Claire is not having it, and basically she breaks up with him, all because he didn't believe her and he accused her of leaking a sex tape. I can understand why she would break up with him though, because she feel like you think that little of her to think that your girlfriend would leak a sex tape for fame. Like that goes to show how little you think of her. You know what I mean? How low you think she would go. So that in itself is kind of a little disrespectful to her. Like you think that much of her that she would leak something so private between y'all. I mean, one would think it because she is, fame hungry. She does want the fame, but she doesn't want the fame that way. And I can respect that. I think that's commendable. You know what I mean? Because so many people, especially in their age bracket, they think like that. They be like, oh, I'll do anything for fame. But she's not that kind of thinker. She doesn't do that. She's not willing to go that far to get some fame. And I respect it because not too many people, would do that. So you got so many people out here today that whores themselves out. They hold themselves out just to make it in the industry. And I think that's a fucked up way to do it. But then when they do interviews and stuff and people ask them, oh, how did you get in the industry? They lie about how they really got into the industry when they need, when we all know how they really got there. So I'm glad she's not taking that route. But I can understand her breaking up with Theo because he didn't believe her and she felt like that was a slap in her face. You know what I mean? So maybe they will work it out. I think if he gives her some time, maybe she will get back with him or whatever. He's sitting there crying like a sad ass puppy. I'm like, Theo, man up, stop crying. And furthermore, Joey and all them, if I were them, I would be a lot more nicer to Jade because she does know Joey's secret that he's the one who killed Tripp's mother, Ava. So you might want to be nice to her before she just goes public with what you did, and then all hell is gonna break loose. Like, just a thought, because the way that they treat Jade, it's like, yeah, you might want to calm down. She does know y'all secrets. Um, so Steve was tracking down the Sebastian person who tries to buy the newspaper from Adrian and Jennifer. Come to find out, Sebastian Howard is really Angelica Devereaux, the beautiful Morgan Fairchild, gorgeous as ever. Basically, Angelica is out for revenge, and because she wants to preserve the newspaper because she feels like Jennifer and Adrian are running that paper into the ground. So she wants to, keep the paper from going into bankruptcy, and she also wants revenge against them, I guess. Um, we all know Angelica Devereaux do not play that shit, and I can't wait to see this battle between her and Jennifer and Adrian, and you already know Steve is gonna be a part of it, so it's gonna definitely be a good battle, and I can't wait to see who's gonna come out the victor. Um, I don't know who I'm rooting for in this because I love Angelica Devereaux, but I do like Adrian and Jennifer, so it's like damn. But I agree though. I mean, the Spectator is a big newspaper in that town. So, I mean, she has valid reasons for wanting to buy it because she wants to keep it open. You know what I mean? And she feels like they're turning it, they're running it into the ground because they're not making any money off of it. And she feels like she actually could. So, I don't know who I'm rooting for in this, but damn, let the battle begin. But this was a pretty good episode, though. I can't wait for the next episode. This was pretty cool. It's always good to see Morgan Fairchild. Angelica Devereaux is a boss bitch, and she's about to raise hell in Salem. I have a question though. How come everybody's office in Salem looks so similar? Like everybody's office looked the same blue walls, same door. I said, do they use the same office set for everybody's office? Because everybody's office looked the same. But anyway, I hope all you have a great day. See you all later. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. See you all later.